we're going to be making some ballet shoes for your doll. To make these shoes, you'll be needing scotch tape, pink duct tape, which you can find at Michael's or Walmart, cardstock or other poster paper, scissors, a pencil, and not a pen, a pencil, a ruler, and a yard of 1/4 inch pink ribbon. The first thing you're going to do is trace an outline of your doll's foot onto your piece of cardstock with a pencil. And make sure it's a pencil so that if you accidentally get graphite on your doll, it won't stay. When you trace the second foot, leave some space in between the 2 feet. I've gone over the tracings in pen so you can see them more easily. Next, you're going to cut them out. When you cut out your template, leave some extra space at both the top and bottom of the shoe. Next, you're going to trace out your 2 split soles, which will go on the bottom of the shoe like this. Make sure that when you trace them and cut them out, they are a lot larger than you actually want them to be. Cut 2 3-inch strips of duct tape. Then, if one of them is slightly shorter than the other, layer it on top with approximately 1/4 inch offset from the bottom. Start pleating from the side of the tape by folding and then pressing the tape together. Next, you're going to trace out your 2 split soles, which will go on the bottom of the shoe like this. Make sure that when you trace them and cut them out, they are a lot larger than you actually want them to be. Cut out the split soles. You might want to label the top sides where you have pen marks of each object. I'm going to label each one with the word up. Since you cut through the bottom edge of the outer sole, you're going to use tape to put the seams back together. Use scissors to cut off the excess tape. I have 2 pieces of duct tape the same length as the sole of the shoe. I'm going to use scotch tape to tape the sole of the shoe onto one of the pieces with the upside up. Now I'm going to cut out the tape in the shape of the sole of the shoe. This will be the inner sole of the shoe. Next, you're going to take the sole off of the inner sole of the duct tape, and I'm going to label the inner sole of the duct tape for clarity. Next, you're going to take the template with the upside up and put it onto the sticky side of the tape, but do not press down. Then take a pen and trace along the inside of the sole onto the duct tape. Set the inner and outer soles aside. Take the sole of the shoe and put it onto the toe of the shoe, on the very edge of the sticky part of the duct tape. Then take the duct tape and pull it over until the bottom is parallel with the sole of the shoe. This might require a little bit of working. If your pleats don't go all the way around, you can unfold the shoe and then add in a couple extra to soften the corners. Take a small square of duct tape and put it over just to hold the toe of the shoe in place. Now you take the inner sole of the shoe and insert it into the shoe. Strips about 1/4 inch by 2 inches. Now you're going to take the two 2-inch strips and put them onto the inside of the shoe. You're going to overlap the two pieces of duct tape so that they fit snugly but are still loose enough that the shoe will come on and off the doll's foot easily. Now we're going to use two more 2-inch by 1/4 inch strips to cover the very inside of the shoe by sticking them up, by taping them to the bottom of the shoe and then pulling them up over the side. Now we are going to shape the front of the shoe. First we're going to pleat the side so that the top lies flat on the doll's foot. Then we're going to cut the shape of the front of the shoe. First we're going to trace it onto the shoe itself. And then we cut out the shape of the shoe. Now we're going to take a 1-inch piece of duct tape and make the heel of the shoe by folding it into the back corner and then folding it over and back. To adjust the size, if your shoe ends out a little bit boat-shaped like this instead of round-shaped like this, take some scotch tape, pleat the sides of the shoe like this, and then put the scotch tape over. This scotch tape will later be covered by duct tape. Next, cut a 2-inch strip of duct tape and tear it in half. Then take 1/2 and put it along the outside of one side of the shoe, from the end of the toe to the very back. Next, take a very thin strip of duct tape, cover the seam in back, and then fold it over on top. Now we're going to use the scissors to trim off the top of the shoe so that it has a low profile on the foot. Now we're going to finish the shoe by putting on the bottom. You're going to cut slightly inside the outer black line so that your outer sole is just slightly smaller than your shoe. Next, you're going to cut out the split soles of the shoe, but slightly smaller than the pen lines you have. Once you've attached the split sole to the bottom sole of the shoe, tape it onto the bottom of the shoe. To add ribbon to your shoes, cut 1.5 feet of ribbon, or 18 inches, and put scotch tape in the middle. Then just tape it onto the inside sole of your shoe. Now I'm going to lace up the shoe. I'm going to cross it once, and then bring both sides around the back of the doll's foot, and then bring them to the inside ankle, where I tie a bow. The shoes are done. Thanks for watching.